Hi, this is Gary Lee. Welcome to this short video series on the CAGED guitar system. So, in this series of short videos, I'm going to explain what the CAGED system is and how it works, and some of the useful things about it, and also some of the limitations about it that you want to overcome or avoid. So, basically what it is it uses the shapes of the open chords on guitar, C, A, G, E, D, hence the name CAGED, where the name of the system comes from. So you've got this C shape, A, G, E, and D. And so the idea is that there are major scale fingerings that you can associate with these shapes. So all these shapes are movable throughout the guitar, and so you can play any scale with any shape. For example, if we take this G chord and we move it up here, and of course you have to use your first finger now to bar where the open strings once were, and we play A major here, what we're doing is we're playing an A major chord but using the G shape. So in this chord is a particular fingering for a major scale. So we can play A major scale and associate it with this shape, and it just kind of lines up really nice. So you can do that with all of them. So we take the C shape, and we move it up here. So now we're playing an E major chord using the C shape, and that's an E major scale using the C shape. And so one of the benefits of this is you can access basically any major scale no matter where your hands are on the guitar. So for example, if we put our hand here in the 5th position, so this shape is the E shape because it's just the same as this E major chord. So we can play the A major scale using the E shape. That's D major scale using the A shape. That's G major using the D shape, excuse me. And then without moving too, here's our G shape. So we'll be playing the C major scale using the G shape. And then here's F using the C shape. So I know that might sound like a mouthful, but the idea is you can access all these major scales, all these major scale patterns without moving your hand very much. So that was 5 major scales, without moving my hand. So that's one of the great things about it. Now, one of the limitations, or one thing you want to try and avoid, is eventually you don't want to associate the shape names with the fingerings. For example, it just starts to get confusing, right? Like I'm playing the G shape of a C major scale. Eventually you just want to know that you're playing C major. And there are all these shapes all these fingerings that you have access to. But you don't want to be thinking about all these different shape names eventually. But it might be useful for you to, initially associate the shape of a chord with a particular fingering. So anyway, that's just an overview of how the CAGED scale system works. And in the next video, we'll go deeper into one particular shape, and we'll start with the E shape, which will be on the 6th string. So watch video number 2 and we'll get started.